Nowadays, computers is widely used in many areas of business, industry, science, and education. Computers have been developed and improved according to man's needs to be fair, faster, and more accurate at jobs and calculations. One of the first mechanical tools of calculation was the abacus in the Middle East, which is composed of a frame cross of big wires, and in each one a series of edges bullet slides. Sometime later, Napier structure appeared, which were used to multiply. In 1642, Blaise Pascal developed a calculator of rotating generated wheels. Could only add and subtract, it was called the Pascal calculator. In 1671, Gaudet-Leiden's successor calculator de Pascal, which could perform the four arithmetic operations. Charles Babbage, an English mathematician and engineer, is considered the father of today's computer. Since in 1822, he built the different machine, which was based on the principle of rotating wheel that was operated by a simple crank. This machine was then replaced by another that could be programmed to evaluate a wide range of different functions, which became known as the Charles Babbage analytical machine. Years later, Hermann Holler, who in 1880 invented carting machines inspired by the giant columns, and the purpose of Holler's machine was to calculate and store information. With this machine, the first census was carried out by storing the information in the machine. Science and was processed manually.
The revision field builds the first practical machine that included case and print computer calculator by printed Conrasus builds its electromechanical calculator C1, which already employs a binary system of programming indicated in tuples, is the first machine of mechanical type and is considered the first computer built because it handled the concept of program and included arithmetic, unit and memory. Working together with IBM built in the computer Mark I, where the information was processed by means of push cards. With this machine, could solve problems of engineering and physics and with arithmetic and logical problems. Tintin Mark II, Mark III, and Mark IV appeared. With this calculator process, automatic is achieved. Newman built the DBAC, which used the binary system and introduced the concept of stored program. The first application given to the machine was for the design and construction of the H-bomb. At the ABC, a computer built by John Bison at Stov, which contained bolts, is considered the first electronic computer.
First generation. Invented Mark and embraced the first generation. This fourth generation aims at turn with both computers and take content to store program. Secondary storage. Device are towards very integration. In backend, Bagua is the parent company produced to its machine. Second generation. This is a generation to transistor on support. This transistor is 10 millimeters. Company tables take centimeters. Each generation after its memory device. With magnetins, size wiring, device drivers, and the appearance of the motor. This generation in the G 210 IBM 1719 IBM 1411 nurturing 304 amateur after.
Third generation. It is cherished by the opposite of the integrated circuit scale chips, which significantly reduces the size of all machines. In this generation also appeared the portable software. The computers of this generation was IBM's 316. Fourth generation. Improvement to the previous one. Having has transcendental cherishes. The microprocessor appears which allows the interaction of more transistors in a single chip. Voice recording of graphic forms, use of software to specific applications. Fifth generation. In this generation, intelligent microcircuits will be used where computers will have the capacity to learn, associate, deduce, and make decisions to solve a problem. It is called artificial intelligence generation.
What is a silicon? Silicon is a chemical element metalloid of the family of the carbohydrates. It is a second most abundant element in the Earth's crust after oxygen. It is apparent in amorphous and crystal form is a brown powder, more active in a crystal banana, which occur in gray and blue, crystalline and metallic luster. Due to its semiconductor properties, it allows in a manufacture of transistors, solar cells, and key semiconductor devices. For this reason, it's a cone of Silicon Valley, total region of California, in which concentrate numerous components in the electronic and computer sector. The computer microprocessors have been designed to silicon during the last 20 years and thus have not had development. This is the more technology strongly for the silicon. Python 7 works set of the second genesis that spent to 130 ms. They need computer enabling balance more and faster at them not writing. The Warner Bros. Of the 8 curriculums. However, this great technology is limited and inherent is love to net technology for a microprocessor.
I'm going to talk about Cooper and how is it used to create computers. IBM and others are using Cooper instead of aluminum in the most powerful computer chips they manufacture. Because of copper's superior electrical conductivity, this technology enables conductor channel lengths and widths to be significantly reduced. The result is much faster operating speeds and greater circuit integration. 400 million transistors can be packed into a single chip. Power requirements are now reduced to less than 1.8 volts, and the chips run cooler than ever before. The use of copper conductors in the chips is the last thing in a now unbroken Cooper chain comprising the electronic data. The path using between user and computer, from external cables and connectors to both ways to printed circuit boards, sockets, and electronics. Most electronic components generate heat, which can cause them to age and fail prematurely. This is especially true for today's highly integrated microprocessors, computer chips. Cooper's thermal conductivity, or capacity to conduct heat, is about 60% greater than that of aluminum, so Cooper can remove much more heat more quickly. The more heat removed from the processor, the more efficiently it will operate with less potential to damage to other critical components like the little pieces you can find into your computer. Most printed circuit boards for electronic products are made by laminating a sheet of copper into a flexible film and then hatching away much of the copper to let thin lines of solid copper that carry current. A new method uses inkjet technology to deposit only thin copper lines into the circuit, deleting waste and making circuits less expensive to produce.
The third more important material is plastic. The plastic is one of the materials used in the world. Specifically, in computers, the plastic is used to make computer monitors, housings, keyboards, mouse, interface, etc. Basically, anything that is not a metal in a dispositive is probably of some kind of plastic. The most common form of plastic in computers are associated equipment like printers, scanners, fax machines, etc. is a thermoplastic called ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene discrete. Its properties of resistance, rigidity, and tenacity through a wide range of temperatures make it a perfect plastic for OS computers and its resistance to natural impact.
Computers are indispensable tool in the day-to-day of your lives. Since they began to be created, they have not stopped using, and they are increasing every year. This is because they can be used in any field, from the educational to the political, and the content that is created by millions of people every year, by programs, informatics, engineers, and others. From this ago, when they began to create the first personal computer, was when this phenomenon became popular. Since they began to create documents such as the typical Word, you could do a job without the need to write, or use a typewriter mechanical. You could save the documents and modify them at will. This service allows science being able to modify a document without the need to read it or make some kind of change to the sheet was very good at the time. From this ago, when they began to create the first personal computer, was when this phenomenon became popular. Since they began to create documents such as the typical Word, you could do a job without the need to write, or use a typewriter mechanical. You could save the documents and modify them at will. This service allows science being able to modify a document without the need to read it or make some kind of change to the sheet was very good at the time. The use of the internet was also of great help to humanity in Alvarez, since you could note information from one place to another in a matter of seconds. At the beginning it was slow, but since people started using and creating content, this change was increasing until there was a person with a computer that did not have internet as it is today. The internet helps spread information around the world, news, documents, books, and other things. And anyone who has an internet connection can make this information, which helps to make the information universal.